It still works.
It almost quickly turned this into a $1,500 car again. Well, that's all I was thinking. He just talked to me down $300. Now he's got to pay it again.
GoPro fell off the trailer, but it survived. All right. We're good. I guess we probably should earthquake test it. Pretty solid. Yeah, the visor's cool. Drop it down with them locks. Grab that flashlight on my box there, guys. How's she looking?
Rusty but trusty.
Not bad, really.
No, everything's been undercoated, it looks like. The frame's solid.
I mean, it's rusty, yeah.
Sail on her dang thing.
Hold on.
You hold on.
The floor is good. What do you?
Over here.
Yeah, not so much here.
On the outskirts.
Still there.
It's still there, yeah. I mean, I don't hate it.
That's crazy.
It is quite the frame rail, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that. It might be. Yep. Yeah,
Definitely
stains,
some frame bushes.
shocks.
I mean, what maniac would put the white walls on the inside?
Look at this differential. Where's the U-joint?
It's got a tube. Drive shaft's in that tube.
There's no U-joint?
Torque tube or whatever they call them.
Oh, that's pretty smart back then.
Whoa. When did they drill it like that? That's supposed to be screwed on there.
Well, screw it on, Eric.
Screwed on.
Jesus.
No U-joints.
I think it's a...
That's a good deal.
I don't know what tranny it is, but... It's got leaks. Take it back.
Could be brake fluid.
It's barely on there. Let's not wiggle it too much.
Yeah, it's a little off on that side. This side too.
Well, cool. It's no huge surprises anyway.
Everything is pretty solid.
You all right? That sucker's pretty solid, isn't it? Did you have your hat? Did it hit your hat at least?
No, my head right on the phone.
Doing the bumper.
Turn down this bullshit. Copyright infringed on. So just a little spritz WD-40 in the cylinder. That's what we get. Got the motor unstuck on the Hitman. That's what I'm calling it the Hitman. Motor's unstuck. Just a little WD-40 did the trick, really. It's just stuck again. Yep. So it's spinning. That's step one. So, crazy story about this car. I had no idea until after I bought it, but we knew that this older lady owned it. It was her sister's car. Her sister died 7-8 years ago. Then we get there and she's telling us a story about how her sister was murdered. I'm like, oh, that's too bad, you know. And then I get into her house to pay her for the car, and she's like, yeah, what happened was my sister's husband hired a hitman to kill my sister. Hired some guy from Des Moines. They lived in Knoxville. Stories on the news too. Hired some guy from Des Moines. He showed up at her house to act like he was buying a car and shot her in the head. Terrible story. I mean, not trying to take away from that. I'm just saying it's a crazy coincidence here. So the husband that hired the hitman worked with my buddy Eric's dad. And I remember hearing the story 7 or 8 years ago. My buddy Eric's dad was good friends with this guy and lent him $10,000 at one time because he needed to do something. He made up some story about he needed to buy something. I can't remember what that was. But anyway, you probably know what he did with the $10,000. He paid the hitman to kill his wife. So as we're standing in this lady's driveway, we had no idea that Eric's dad was the one who financed the murder of this lady. Eric's dad had no idea. Okay, he's been acquitted of all the charges. So don't think that, you know, I'm putting that out there, but that's crazy. So that's this is the Hitman right here. Pretty cool car. Windows busted, but back windows busted, but I don't care. Interior, somebody, this is an older restoration. You can tell it's got the old lacquer paint on it. Somebody switched out the seats with some like Camaro or Cavalier seats. It's actually the same seats that are in the 64, the maroon 64 outside, same seats. So it must have been a popular thing to do. So yeah, it's definitely an older restoration, but I don't mind. I mean, I like the car just like it is. Not gonna be doing a lowrider bomb with this thing. I think it's cool the way it is. So my goal with this one is to get this thing running and driving and drive the thing and enjoy it. Look at that. Look at that. Body isn't terrible, but it's also not great. Floor's got some rust. Let's take a seat back here. Plenty of room. I mean, look at this leg room. They knew how to do cars back in the 50s, I tell you that. It smells like the 50s back here. I tell you that too. Dome light works, headlights work. We hooked a battery up to it. I'm thinking this is a 6-volt system. So if anybody knows anything about 6-volt systems, what do I need to do to switch it to a 12-volt? I'm assuming I got to change out the generator to a regular alternator, but I'm definitely no 6-volt expert. I'm guessing that's a 6-volt. So I'm guessing there's something inside of the distributor I got to change, and then change that. I would assume the bulbs and everything would run fine on a 12-volt. So that's the new project. I mean, I've paid as much for this as I would any billboard or any big sign, and I think this will make a better advertisement piece than a big vinyl printed sign. So so I might just use this as something to kind of draw some eyes over to the shop if you can see it from the road. So I'm happy. Little Mazda, got that sucker painted, just painted. Bumper over there, gaslit door. My air compressor froze on me while I was painting that, and it shut off and I didn't know it, and I was losing air pressure like crazy the whole time. So I just kept having to turn my regulator up to keep more pressure, and it got to the point where it was wide open and it still didn't have a whole lot of pressure, but got her done. Got her done. All right, I'm gonna head home.